If you feel anxious in your own home and you don't know why, listen to this. It might not be your job, it might not be your relationship, it might not even be your thoughts. It might be your space. Your brain has been processing it the whole time and you had no idea. So stay with me because this one is going to change the way you feel in your own home. Your brain processes everything in your line of sight, whether you're paying attention or not. Every pile, every stack of mail, every covered surface, your brain is logging all of it all the time. This is visual clutter and it competes directly with your ability to focus. Your brain only has so much attention. Every object in a cluttered space is stealing a piece of it. So you sit down to work or to relax and you can't fully get there. Part of your brain is still busy processing the mess around you. That's not being unable to focus. That's your space fighting your focus. Every minute you're in it. Now here's why it feels like actual anxiety and not just distraction. When your space is chaotic, your nervous system reads it as a low-level threat. I'm not saying clutter is dangerous. I'm saying your nervous system doesn't know the difference between unfinished business and an actual problem. To your body, they feel exactly the same. So every undone pile, every stuck drawer, every covered counter, your body is holding tension around all of it all day. You walk into your kitchen and your shoulders tighten and you don't know why. You sit down to rest and you can't fully settle. You feel like you should be doing something and you can't even name what. That's not random anxiety. That's your nervous system staying switched on because your space never tells it the job is done. A clear space tells your body you're safe, rest now, and a cluttered space never sends the message. So you never fully exhale and you wonder why you feel exhausted on days when you did nothing. Here's another piece nobody talks about. Every object in a cluttered space is a decision you haven't made. Keep it, toss it, put it away, deal with it. Your brain only has so much decisions in the tank before it's done. That's decision fatigue. It's why you can be exhausted by 6 p.m. and not have done one physical hard thing all day. If your home is full of unmade decisions, your burning decision-making energy just exists in your own home before you even get to the decisions that actually matter. Dinner, that email, your actual life. By the time you get there, you've got nothing left. You call it being tired. A lot of the time, it's your brain completely wrecked from processing your own house all day. I want to name something specific because I don't think people connect these dots enough. A cluttered home creates a very specific type of anxiety. It's not the loud kind. It's not the kind that makes your heart race or keeps you up all night. It's quieter than that. It's the background hum, the low-grade feeling that something is unfinished, that you should be doing something, that you're behind somehow, even when you can't name what you're behind on. It's walking into your own home and not fully relaxing ever. And it's not because anything is actually wrong, but because your space is constantly sending your nervous system signals that things are unresolved. And here's what's really damaging about that. Because it's quiet, most people don't recognize it as their space. They think it's just how they are. They think they're an anxious person, a worrier, someone who can't relax, and they carry that identity around for years. But a lot of the times, not all of the time, but a lot, what they're actually experiencing is a nervous system that has never been given the signal that it's okay to stand down because their environment never gives them that signal. You actually might not be as anxious as you think you are. Your space might just never be giving your body permission to rest. I want you to actually check in with your body right now. Shoulders, jaw, chest, any tension around your body. Is there a pile somewhere in your home that gives you a flicker of stress every time you see it? Be honest. That flicker is real. Don't ignore it. But it's there every single day. Taking a little from you, you don't have to keep paying for it. I want to talk about what the opposite of this actually feels like, because I think a lot of people have been living with this hum for so long, they genuinely don't know what it feels like to not have it. You see, when you walk into a space that is clear, really clear, intentional, organized around how you actually live today, your body responds immediately. There's a settling, a letting go. Your shoulders drop without you telling them to. Your breathing slows down just slightly. You stop scanning. That's your nervous system receiving the signal. Everything is handled. You're safe. You can rest now. That is what your home is supposed to feel like. Not impressive, not perfect, not like a magazine, just settled, safe, yours. And I want to be clear. This is not about you having an expensive home or a decorated home or a home that looks a certain way. I have been in very simple homes that feel completely settled, and I have been in beautifully decorated homes that feel completely chaotic. The stuff doesn't create that feeling. The clarity does. When your space is clear of what doesn't belong there, what doesn't represent your current life, and what hasn't been dealt with, what's been sitting unresolved, your body finally gets to exhale. You deserve that every single day in your own home, not just on vacation, not just when you visit someone else's clean space, every day in your own home. So this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna start with one surface, not the whole house. One, your countertop, your nightstand, your desk. Clear it completely. Put back only what actually belongs there and what you actually use. Walk past it tomorrow and notice your body. That little exhale, that's your nervous system finally getting the message. Then move to the next surface. You're not fixing your whole home today. You're teaching your body one spot at a time, that your space can actually feel safe. And pay attention to the shift, because it's going to happen faster than you think. People expect organizing to be a visual payoff, but the real payoff is physical. It's in your body. The moment a surface gets cleared, something releases. That release is real. And once you feel it, you're going to want it everywhere. Now, I have to say something here because I would be doing a disservice if I didn't. A lot of people clear a space, feel the relief, and then guess what? Slowly fill it up. And weeks later, they're back to the same hum, the same background anxiety, the same exhausted by 6 p.m. feeling. And they think organizing didn't work. It worked. You just recreated the problem. Because here's the truth. If you don't address what's been filling the space in the first place, you will keep filling it. The anxiety your clutter is creating and the habits that create the clutter are connected. They feed each other. You feel overwhelmed, so you stop putting things away properly. So more stuff piles up. So you feel more overwhelmed, so you avoid dealing with it. So it grows. That is the cycle. And breaking it is not just about clearing the space once, it's about creating systems that make maintaining clarity easier than creating clutter. And it's about being honest with yourself about what keeps coming in your home that shouldn't. Because you can organize your house every weekend for the rest of your life, or you can address what's creating the chaos. Those are two different approaches, and only one of them actually works long term. I know I'm emotional about this, But I've seen so many people's homes get back to this, and this is really important to me. See, this isn't about a perfect house. Some of the most capable, intelligent women I've worked with had completely cluttered homes. This was never about capability. This is about giving your nervous system a break. You are already carrying enough. Your home should not be the one more thing your body has to manage in the background all day. A calm space means a calmer mind, more room to actually think, to actually rest, to actually be present. That might be one of the most important things you do for your mental health this year. No therapy required, no money required. Just deal with what's already in your home. If you want to do this work with me directly, I do have a Patreon where I do real unfiltered space breakdowns. You send me a video of your actual space, not a cleaned up version, the real thing, and I will tell you exactly what I see and what it's costing you. No sugarcoating. I also do 30-minute virtual consultations where we go through your space together in real time, and I give you the honest version of this conversation applied to your specific space. If you're ready for that, link in the description. Your anxiety might not all be in your head, and some of it is sitting on your counter right now. You don't have to live with that hum of stress just because you've gotten so used to it, you stopped noticing it. You can fix it. You. One surface at a time. So tell me in the comments, what's the one spot in your home that stresses you out the most by looking at it? Be specific. I really want to know. And I'll see you in the next one.